I think we're looking at a permanent realignment. So what that means is that there's going to be a complete change in the way we work. And so we're moving to a much more hybrid way of working. And this hybrid way of working means employees who have traditionally been used to kind of going to the office and on a daily basis are now able to choose where and how they work. And companies actually who are been having certain work practices in the past that require them to come to a certain place of work will have to adapt to their employees' demands as well. So I think there'll be a lot of employees who would want to continue to stay working from home. We saw 9 out of 10 employees, 87% actually of the employees in our recent hybrid working study showed that they wanted to choose where they wanted to work. So this is a big shift for employers and employees alike.
Oh, yes, indeed. I'll tell you my experience. I do want to come to work. I don't want to stay at home. I don't want to work from home. And so do you not believe that this would be a very sector-specific issue?
I think it would be sector-specific. So, for example, if you work in a retail mall or if you work in an office building as a sort of a more white-collar worker, then your needs might vary. So what we saw, one thing that we saw, which is interesting, so Cisco's partnered with Oxford Economics. And Oxford Economics found a very interesting metric to demonstrate the severity of lockdowns and what that meant for employees going back to work or not. And that metric was the number of children out of school. So actually in the height of the pandemic in March, 1.6 billion children worldwide were out of school. And that number has systematically reduced down to where we are now at about 200 million children that are not going to school on a daily basis. That means if there are more shocks to the system, then you can track that through, for example, a proxy of number of children or school closures. Now, if the shock to the system is high, then you see a huge reversion back to work from home. However, the shock to the system is low, which is what we expect, is that we will favor a much more hybrid working environment, which means employees like yourself might want to come to the office every day, maybe even 3 days a week, whereas other employees might want to stay at home working 5 days a week as well. But that requires a big investment in infrastructure and technology, I would have to think, because for you to work effectively in one place versus the other does mean that you need to have infrastructure and security and technology to support it.